Today, I am going to talk to you guys a little bit about my outlaw drag car. So, here it is. I know I've not really been in the RC scene very long, so I just want to talk to you guys a little bit about what I've got going on with this thing. So, if you give me just a minute to readjust the camera, I will show you guys what I got going on. Alright, so what we're looking at now is my Castle Mamba Monster X 8s. Sorry, I noticed something just a second ago, and so far that is the only issue I've had with this thing, is I've got a blade broke. So I'm gonna have to get a new one in there. Anyway, tunability on this system is freaking amazing. I love it. It's super simple to tune. Jump in there. Any of the settings has a little question mark next to it. You click on it, it tells you exactly what that setting does and what it does for the car. And another thing that I love about Castle systems is the Castle link you buy, which this is the B-Link. So this one's so I can hook it to my phone and tune off my phone. But the Castle link for the laptop, I put an extension on, if you can see it, let me adjust again here. You see this extension right here, right there? That goes into my receiver, and the other end of it is on my B-Links in it, and then it goes to my ESC. So what I like about that is I can take that, unplug it, and just plug my Castle link into it, and it's freaking awesome. I've also got, I don't have the B-Link, but I also have the extensions on my my Slash Ultimate, which has the Castle Copperhead system in it. Like I said, it is just awesome. I love this car. I do run the DRK battery, the 200C, and unfortunately right now I have to get a connector soldered back on it because I went to unhook it. You know, the QS8 connectors are pretty snug. I went to unplug it, and I thought I was holding the weight of the battery in my hand to unplug it, and the wire slipped through my grip and it pulled my negative cable off which ain't a big deal. So I've got that. Now that's the battery that I run. I do have QS8, obviously. I'm running Proline Reaction Skinnies, the shorters. I wouldn't call them skinnies, but the less wide, the originals, not the Reaction Pluses. I am running that on these with the wider bead box. So I do have foams in these tires, but I've taken there's ribs on the inside of the regular Reactions, and you can take them and turn them inside out, and there's ribs around the outside you can take them and around the outside wall of your tire. That's where you'll find the ribs. Now you can take a pair of Lexan scissors, which I've got floating around here somewhere, and just trim them off, and then throw the foams back in them, throw them on your wheels. And what that does is it actually helps with the sidewall crinkle. It increases the contact patch, makes the tire a little softer on the sidewalls, so you're not fighting as hard to get grip. Now I am running obviously the stock Mickey Thompson Losi 22s front wheels. If you guys haven't been able to notice, I am running the Losi 22s drag car chassis. I am running a Savox 1268 SG Black Edition servo. Pretty well. I'm running the 6400 kilovolt Castle censored motor as well. Quite honestly, most of the stuff that I'm running on this is stock. I'm running a stock spur gear, which I need to change out, it looks like, because it seems to be egg-shaped. I'm running a 25 tooth pinion. I have, if you look at that front body post there, you see how there's a hole here. Let's see if I can get it to zoom in. There it is. So if you see the screw's supposed to go through front to rear there, and I've got it into the side. So what I've done is, the reason I done that is because I've got a bitty design tester body, which has definitely seen better days. I need to replace it. But if you look here and here, right on the edge of that hood scoop is where the body posts go through. So I actually took these, pulled the screw out, pulled the body post out, and took my reamer and reamed a hole on either post on the side here. That way I can run my screw through the side and ultimately spin my body post 90 degrees so I can slide my my pin through. I have not adjusted anything on the rears. The rears are exactly the way they were. I do have, let me slide this forward a little bit. I do have the R Design rear shock mounts. I do like that because, or I like these because, well, they're carbon fiber and they've got an aluminum base. It is a little tricky to put in here if you're not really observant. The old one, so you've pretty well got to pull this stuff back here off. So I had to pull my rear body mounts off. And there was a few screws that go through, like in between where I've got my ESC mounted. So I put this on after I put my ESC on here. It's double-sided tape to the my carbon fiber plate. I wish I would have waited to put this on until I got my shock tower in, or my shock mounts in. But, you know, you win some, you lose some, you learn from everything, right? So, moving on from that, that was a little bit difficult to get in, but I done it. Just took some time and some patience. So I've got the R Design rear motor mount here, and mine is boogered up on the front end. But anyway, I do have that, so I can run the Traxxas. This is the Exotek Traxxas wheelie bar with the Traxxas big wheels, which I need to clean up. I need to clean this whole thing. I really like the R Design rear motor mount because I guess that's what it's called. I can't remember. But this Exotek wheelie bar for the drag slash is $75, $79, $80. The Losi R Design carbon fiber wheelie bar is like $100 and a quarter or $150. I personally, I would rather replace an $80 wheelie bar versus a $150 wheelie bar. You know what I mean? I just cost efficiency. That's way better in my opinion. Now I'm not knocking the R Design wheelie bar because I don't know anything about it. I don't own one. So Ultimately, it's probably a better. I mean, looking at it, it's better design. It's 3 pieces of carbon fiber, two sides, and then a ladder bar in the middle. Ultimately, that's nice. I like that, but I can't justify spending an extra $50-$60 on it when I can buy the Traxxas one that works just as well for, a fraction of the price. Also, this, so I did, while I was testing and tuning, I did end up, I don't know if you guys can see that, so that camber block in there, I ended up smoking, I think it was a curb, might have been a curb, I don't remember. I smoked it with the front tire and it snapped that off. I do have pictures of that. They'll be at the end. All of my pictures of my damages will be at the end. But I did end up replacing that with an Exotek aluminum one. It's done fantastic. I bought this as a roller. I didn't buy this as the RTR car. If I had it to do over again, that's probably the way I would have went, but you learn from everything, right? So, I am running the stock 84, I believe it's the stock 84 tooth spur gear. I do have some 76s. Just a little tip, if you guys pull the metal disc, pull your spur off, pull the metal disc off, and then sand them, I find that they don't slip, your slipper doesn't slip as much, and sand both sides. So if you're in the middle of a competition, you don't have your sandpaper, you can literally take that disc and flip it over and it works just the same. I do have an Exotek motor plate. I believe it was, on this one, that's a have to buy, especially if you're going to run the 6400 kV Castle system, because the regular Losi motor plate isn't slotted long enough for you to be able to run a 5mm pinion gear in there with your spur, especially the stock spur. So I had to buy that so I could move my motor over far enough to fit my pinion on. I do have the stock Losi motor plate, but I'm not going to use it. This one's slotted and it's all I'm going to need. I also am not running my gearing cover because, one, that takes too much time if I'm in the middle of an Nprc event, and I have to pull a pinion or spur. In my opinion, it takes too long to pull everything off to get to my spur and pinion. I would much rather just pull a wheel off, pull my spur or my pinion, throw a new one on there, throw it all back together, and then get back into prepping my tires. Also, I don't run it for weight. I mean, it's unnecessary more weight. Everyone's going to be like, well, you get dust in your motor, you'll get dust in this. Honestly, that might be true, but I've run this in pretty dusty conditions and it's done fantastic so far, other than the fact that I can't keep traction because of the dirt. Let's see, what am I, so I'm running a Traxxas TQ receiver, so I can use the trans brake that is on my Traxxas TQI remote for my drag slash. This is just a regular TQ. It's not anything super extravagant, but it works. It does well. Let's see. So I'm still running the same stock shocks. The one thing that I have to complain about with the stock shocks, I feel like they are set up very well straight out of the box. But unfortunately, when I launch with this system, I guess it's got so much torque. If you look in there, I don't know if you can see that. Anyway, I have no spacers on this side, and there was 3 when I started out with it. Now, if I flip you to the other side here, I don't know, let's see. Yeah, see how there's 1 in there? I went out to test and tune a few days ago, and there was 1 on both sides. So, yeah, that's another thing. I believe the shocks are limited from the factory. I believe the front ones are limited on travel down. The rear is, they've got fuel tubing bump stops in there to help with that. That helps out a lot, personally. I believe so. The limiting on the front to keep the travel from pushing your frame up too high, your ride height up too high. Another thing that I would recommend y'all doing, which I'm going to end up trying to do, I'm going to drill a couple holes in the front bumper system here, in this here. And I have no weight in the front end of this car, and it runs straight. Future videos, I'll throw in this one, I'll throw a clip or 2 of this thing running straight down the track. But with this, I'm going to drill a couple holes in the front bumper so I can put some body mounts and adjust them to where it holds the nose of my body out. So I believe it's, when I get up to speed, I'm losing speed because it's pushing the body back to the chassis. And if you get one of these and put the body on, and it's not the stock CAMARO body, you're going to notice that there's quite a bit of space in between the front bumper, the stock front bumper, and the body bumper. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to get some body mounts, which I have a body mount kit from Traxxas. I'm going to try to just find some that are long enough that I can throw these on and stick them through. Let's see. I believe that's it. I'm going to go through this here before too awfully long, and I'm probably going to start pulling some of the unnecessary plastic pieces. I'll probably keep the wings to hold the body out, but I'm probably going to pull this side stripping off on both sides. Just some of the unnecessary plastic stuff, just to kind of shed some weight. So let's talk about times. So I don't know how accurate the tree was that was at the event that I went to, but my fastest pull with this car in 132 feet was a 2.24 or 2.28, one of the two, I can't remember. It is on my Corvette body. And the fastest, my stock drag slash, so that was one I've thrown opinion on, and the ESC fan, some carbon fiber bits and parts, and it's running reaction pluses. So with that, it said it was running a 238. I don't think that is accurate. My GNSS on this, the fastest time I've got, which I haven't been able to really test here lately because the wind has been so insane and there's been so much dirt and dust and everything, I can't find a good place to run, for one, and for two, the wind it will whip me all over the place and actually essentially cause my times to be lower because I can't keep it straight. So I have to let out of it, pedal it back a little bit so I can get her straightened out. So the fastest time on GNSS with this, I believe, is 291, which I know they fluctuate. Speed's usually pretty well dead on, but the timing is usually within, I think it's 0.2 more or less, or 0.3 more or less. So I don't know. I could be running a 2.6, 2.7 with this. I could be running a 3.1, 3.2 with this. I don't know. I'm just telling you guys what the tree told me at the event that I went to, and what the GNSS is saying. Also, my drag slash, it was running a 238 was the fastest that I ran on the track, and that was with the tires prepped, running down the track. Now on the no prep event, I ran a 263 or 264. Either way, GNSS is saying I'm running at a 30, 305, 302, 309 on average, about 40, in between 44 and 49 mile an hour, just depending on how I can hook up and truck down. Like I said, I could be running 2.7s, 2.8s. I could be running 3.2s. I don't know. All I know is what I was told. They didn't have a ticket printer on that tree, so they couldn't print out time slips. He told me every time what it was, because I'd always ask. I did take second home at that competition in the stock class, and I got fourth with this one, and I was racing against some of the fastest people around. So I would like to say that I'm not doing as bad as I think I am, but you know, whether I am doing as good as what the tree was saying or not, I know this was hooking up really well off the line, and it was zooming down. I did have my my punch up a little too high, so it really limited me off the line. But I've adjusted and come down a little bit. I'm just waiting on a time that I can go out and test it. Now, another thing, if you are running a Castle system, one of the things I'm going to suggest for you to buy, it is fairly pricey, but buy this B-Link, because I can jump on my phone, which I have a spare phone. Hold on just a second. So on your phone, I don't have this one linked to this, and I have to have my battery, which has to be soldered. I have to have all that on, but this is an app, and it hooks to this B-Link by Bluetooth, and you can go in, you can adjust every setting on this using your phone with just like you can on the laptop. So I suggest personally getting one of these. They're a lifesaver. I can tune now after the event. I believe they're 50 or so, $55 or so. But you can do a run at an event, at a competition, be like, oh well, my punch was too low, I struggled off the line. You can jump on your app, run down to punch control, or go into ESC settings, run down to punch control, turn that up or down, and run it again. You can adjust your throttle curve. You can adjust everything that you can do with the Castle Link. You can do with that, but you can do it with your phone and mobile. You don't have to drag your laptop out and around and deal with that. So personally, that's something I would do right off the bat. I would buy the Castle Link and the Castle B-Link. Castle Link is good because I'm not old by any means, but my eyes, my dad always told me your eyes and hearing are the first thing to start going. Well, my eyes are starting to dwindle a little bit, so it's a little easier to see when I hook it into my laptop and I can actually pull it up on a big screen. It's really easy to deal with that way. But no, I'm really thinking about going to a carbon chassis on this. Either I'm going to build one 2.5, 3 mil thick, or I am going to buy one from I think it's Undercover RC is the name of the site. I'm going to get on there. The only bad thing about Undercover RC is instead of shipping them out as soon as he gets an order for them, he'll wait until he gets an order of so many, and then he'll ship them out, I believe is how he does it. Not bashing the guy. I mean, But that's if I go to buy one, I believe that's going to be the way that I go. I'm going to buy one from him because they are fairly cheap for the Losi Losi 22s drag. I believe he's got some for the drag slash as well. I know Exotek has, I think it's $235 chassis conversion kit for the slash that I've been looking at. I don't know. I really love it. I love this Nprc. It's really fun. I wreck a lot. I tune a lot, and I run a lot. Except for here lately, I can't because the wind's blowing too much. I do have a GTR body for this thing that I do want to paint, but I'm doing a fade. So if you guys couldn't tell on this, I don't know if you guys can tell, it's real purple, but there's a pearl in it. Yeah, you can't tell on camera. There's a pearl in it. It's called Blue Sapphire Pearl from I don't remember the paint brand, but anyway, it's a really nice, beautiful blue. I put 3 coats on that one, but my Corvette body is it's really nice. So I'm going to try to do a black metallic to the Blue Sapphire Pearl fade. So I'm going to do, if you can see, that blue is the Blue Sapphire Pearl. That's 5 or 6 coats, or fairly thick coats, fairly hefty coats. So I'm going to try to do this and then fade it into the black on my GTR body, but it's going to be a mid fade. And I'm only doing that, sorry, I know you guys can't see me. I'm only doing that on the top of the body. So it'll be a metallic black all the way around, but it'll be the blue on the body lines. I will do a video on that as well. So, if you guys have anything you guys want to holler at me about, any tips to help me get down the track faster or to get better speeds, better times. I'm thinking about running my 76 tooth spur gear, so that'll help me out a little bit. But no, if you guys got any tips or pointers at all, holler at me. I've been in this. I started buying this car, my drag slash, RC in general, March 5th, I believe. So just a little over a month. If you guys have any input, holler at me. Put it in the comments. I react to every comment that is put on my videos. So yeah, just tell me what you guys want to see. If you guys want to see me do shocks, put shock oil in my GTR shocks that I've got on my slash ultimate, or the GTR shocks, GTR front shocks, short shocks that I've got all the way around my drag slash. If you guys want to see anything at all, anything to do with RC, anything to do with guitar, unfortunately I can't do any mechanicing videos because, well, I mean, I can't. If you followed the channel long enough, you know that I can't and why I can't. But no, I will upload, tips, tricks, fixes, little tweaks. If I change out parts, if I start doing tuning, dialing in on my tuning really well, I'll show you guys that too. When I go buy the carbon fiber rear body mounts, I'll do that. I'll just anything and everything that I can find to video and give to you guys, so you guys know what I'm doing and how I'm doing all of this. If you guys want to get into it, just stick around. The channel's going to be full of this stuff. Anyway, please give me a like. It really helps the channel out. Subscribe to me. Honestly, right now I'm doing this stuff for free. I'm doing this stuff for you guys. I really enjoy it anyway. But a subscribe really helps. Even if you don't follow me for more content, My goal is to try to get to at least 1,000. And who knows, if I get to 1,000, I might do a raffle, and you know, you guys will have your choice of a Losi 22s, either the RTR car or the chassis, or the drag slash, or the low center of gravity chassis, or whatever. I mean, you guys just holler at me as long as it's, you know, sub $500. I'll try to get that to you guys, but I've got to get to 1,000 subscribers for that giveaway. And I'll do all the details and stuff then. So please, guys, like, comment, subscribe. Tell me what you want me to do. Peace.